Good morning. Good morning, guys. I have 4 hours and 30 minutes of sleep, so I guess that's not horrible. I worked yesterday and at the stadium, and I had to show up to work today. So I'm not really particularly thrilled about having to work today, but at least I work from home, so that's mercy. But yes, the hair is giving this morning because straight hair is very low maintenance. Actually, I just took it out of the wrap, and that's what I do. I don't keep my hair like in a wrap all day because I don't go anywhere anyway. So like, I know some people probably just keep their hair in their wrap like 24/7. I'm like, no, I actually want to see my hair. Like, anyway, let's just talk about it. So I wanted to actually make a video talking about my experience with being around athletes, in particular athletes like NFL players, because I just thought that would be something interesting to talk about a little bit. So you guys know that I work at the stadium. I want to be kind of vague because I really love my job, and you know, I don't want to jeopardize my job. Like, so I don't, you know, I know what to say or what to do or what not to do, and I just try to stay low key about things. So yeah, but I did want to kind of, there's nothing wrong with talking about my experience working there, because I think the thing is this, you guys, I don't have any like, when I say I don't have any friends, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't really have anyone to talk to. I do have a best friend, but you know, she's living her own life, and you know, she's, you know, we just aren't as close as we used to be. No bad blood, but other than that, I don't have any friends. Other than her, I literally don't have any friends, and I literally don't have people to talk to. So that's a big reason why I started this YouTube channel, and why I just want to vent and talk, because I experienced really cool things and I don't have anyone to share that with. I don't have anyone to talk to about that. Is there like literally dog hair on this? What is this? As long as there's no hair floating in there, but I can't tell. I'm low-key getting a little steam treatment here. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe not. Maybe, I think what happened is I kind of dropped the cup on the floor, and dog hair kind of attracted to it because it's styrofoam. Let me be careful not to drop that on my lap. So, anyway, it's a really cool experience because I have never met celebrities, famous people, anybody important my entire life until I started working at the stadium. Ever since I started working at the stadium, I actually get to see so many celebrities, so many athletes, so many rich people, like it's nothing. And at this point, it's like nothing to me. I could literally see Amber Rose walk by and just say hey to her like she's a random person, which has happened. But I want to talk about celebrities in a different video. In this particular video, I did want to mainly talk about athletes. And in another video, I could talk about celebrities I've met and like what my experience is meeting celebrities and things like that. But if I talk about athletes, NFL players, football players, you know, that's what this video is going to be about. And particularly, I'm making this video because a very interesting experience happened to me. I'm not going to go into full details about it. Actually, I'm just going to kind of keep some things to myself. But I did get to hug a football player, and that's all I have to say to that. Which we're kind of not allowed to do. I don't know. But he kind of said, you know, anyway, I did not ask for that hug. But anyway, so let's get into it. So when I first started working at the stadium, I did not expect I was going to be in the VIP section. That's where I work to this day, is the VIP section. And that's how I meet so many people, and like people with money and all this stuff. Once again, maybe I'll do a video about rich people in a different video, being around rich people like it's nothing. And I'm like, let me meet somebody. Well, you know, that's all I'm trying to say. Let me meet somebody, though. Let me catch a boyfriend out here. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, when I first started working at the stadium, and thankfully this was not when it was football season, because when we first started working there, I was working outside, and it was the summertime, and I'm just like, I don't want to be outside. Like, I just was like, I don't want to be outside. I'm not designed to be outside. I don't want to be outside. One time I was outside and I literally had a heat. What was it? Like, I just was having heat exhaustion. I don't know how to explain it. Like, and it was really bad. And they still put me outside after that. But at some point, by the grace of God, my manager recruited me to where I am now. Now, I did also get my security license somewhere in between, because I used to do just general stuff like scanning tickets and stuff. But then I did get my security license because they pay a little bit more. But I still was working outside with security. I was just doing security. But and then, like, it's so funny because my old supervisor that's outside, he's the same age as me, actually. And he's, like, really cute. And I actually didn't mind being over there to some degree, because I'm like, I kind of want to get to know him. He's kind of cute. Even not on a dating kind of thing. Just, I like cute people. Like as friends. Like, I don't know. Like, we're still cool to this day. Don't get me wrong. Every time I see him, we always give each other a hug. It's always amazing. Anyway, listen. This video, I know you're like, get to the point. Okay. The first time that they had me be even anywhere close to football players there was this one time I just got pulled from my position, like where I was outside. And then at the end of the game, when the players were getting on the bus, I was standing like by the buses, but it wasn't like on the side where the players get in, because there's like a wall on that side. But on the other side, cars are driving, and it's like the police, like, you know, like valet, stuff like that. So I was kind of like in between that. So you really was not able to see the players. If anything, you were able to maybe see a glimpse of the players. So I thought that was cool. And at that time, I was like, oh my gosh. But compared to what I'm experiencing now, it's just like, that was nothing, you know. Like I said, I got pretty much just a glimpse here and there, and thought that was really, really amazing. But you know what? It prepared me a little bit for, you know. So my manager kind of just randomly recruited me and my mom to come and go to his section, and that's all I've ever wanted. It's like God made that happen, honestly, because I genuinely wanted to be in the VIP section ever since I was working there. I worked there the first day. I was kind of in the VIP section, but on the outside. And I was just like, I want to be in the VIP section. Like, I'm just like, I want to be around rich people. Like, I want to be in the VIP section, you know? Like, I will behave. Other people tell me I don't like being around drunk white people and stuff. But I'm just like, let me be around them. Like, it's fine. Let me be there then. And honestly, sure, I experienced drunk people, but like, it's honestly fine to me. Like, everybody's respectful. Like, I don't know. So being around athletes. So ever since I started working in the VIP section, so So I work in this section. Once again, I just want to be kind of vague, but players just walk up and down. There's like a little ramp or walkway, whatever, from the locker room to the field, you know, and in between there's like a bar area over here and a bar area over here. So regular people can kind of be in the bar area, but players and coaches and field workers and cameramen and important people come across, you know, across this way. Normal people are not allowed to come through here. That's why we're there, because we're kind of that barrier, because it can get chaotic, you know. But normal people are very much welcome to come in and like go to the sides, you know. And from the sides, they can also go to the field, go to their seats, whatever. But there are bars on either side. And so I remember being there, and like, I'm not going to talk about just the fear that my manager has instilled in us. When it came, like, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day maybe. But all I want to say is we would just see players just walk by. That first day even, you know what I'm saying? We would just casually see players just walk by. And they were just like wearing like, you know, like, I guess like sweats and stuff like that. And I think the first team that I saw, if I'm being for real, I think the first team was the Saints, I believe, that I saw face to face like that. But at this point, I've seen so many teams over this season that I, you know, don't even remember this and that. And here's another thing I want to mention. I am not a football fan. I do not come from a background of football. I did not care for football whatsoever before I started working here. Football is the last thing I like. That's probably, I would say football is the last thing that I'm interested in. Like, you know, because it just feels so, listen, it just feels so basic. Oh, football, like, I don't know. But I've really grown to appreciate football and understand the game. I guess football is also one of those sports that I never understood the game. I would sit there and like try to figure out what's going on. I never was able to understand it. But obviously working here at the stadium, I obviously get a very personal experience. I'm experiencing so much, and so I have literally like low-key became a football fan. Not, it's never gonna be like to the point where I actually like want to buy tickets or whatever. If I was going to do that, it would be for my kids to go, and just only because I've experienced it and maybe I want them to. But you know, I'm not saying I'm just gonna become a really just diehard football fan now, you know. Like, if I'm at the game, sure, but like when I'm at home, I'm not gonna sit here and turn on football or anything like that, you know. But while I'm there, it's an experience and it's cool, and yeah. And so I don't know, like I said, here's the thing. Players, they just kind of walk back and forth, like coaches, players, things like that. And typically we're really not necessarily allowed to say anything to them or interact with them. And to be honest with you, I don't think they're really allowed to say or interact with us as well, the security in particular. But they can interact with fans. There's another thing that happens is when they come out, like when the game is about to start, and they're, especially when they have their uniforms on, fans at that point have lined up. They line up, like not line up, but they like get like right there so that they can see them and take pictures of them, and sometimes hold their hand out and maybe have them sign something, or you know, things like that. And so sometimes, if you're lucky, even just as a fan, right? Sometimes if you're lucky, a player will come over and acknowledge you, meaning they'll maybe, like I said, give you a high five, or they'll sign something or something like that. They're not really big on taking pictures, but they will sign something or whatever. And so, where am I going with this? I just know that I'm quite desensitized to football players at this point because I see them all the time, and there's just really nothing interesting. One thing is this: I don't know who these people are. I'm on the opposing side. I'm not on the Cowboy side, so it's just like, I don't know who these people be. I don't know who they are. However, what I will say is, I know there's someone. I know they're important. I know that they're football players, you know, like, so there's that. But I see people, they'll call it, let's go. They'll walk by and a fan would be like, let's go. They'll say, you know, their name, defense, or they'll, let's go Saints or Buccaneers or whatever. You know, like, people can get quite, you know, crazy about it, and like they'll just be like getting excited and stuff. And it's kind of amazing because some people genuinely like fly from somewhere else to catch this game. Like, so there were people from Florida who flew in from Florida to go to this game to see the players. And I knew that these particular people that were standing next to me were smart as heck because they brought a flag and they brought a Sharpie and they had it ready. And I was actually pleasantly surprised how many players they got to sign that flag because, in my opinion, there are a lot of teams that are just really standoffish, and a lot of teams don't really acknowledge their fans too much. But the Buccaneers are very, very nice. The team before them, I don't remember who they are. What? Tampa Bay something? I don't know. I don't know what the team was, but there was another team last game. And it was like, they're very, very nice. They're very generous. They'll give you the gloves off their hand. They'll give you their towels. They'll give you anything that they can give, they'll give. And I really love that. And I think both of those teams were from Florida. So you would think Florida is the most pretentious team, but actually they were the most down to earth. But some of the other teams, like I think the Saints, were kind of like, you know. And let me also say the star players, like the quarterbacks of every team, is always standoffish. Every time the quarterback of the team does not say anything to anybody, and everybody's cheering for that one person, and they just kind of walk in like with their head down or with their head up, or they're just kind of in the zone. But I mean, like, even after the game, you know, like, you're just walking, because you can tell they're the star because everybody else kind of walks together and the quarterback is like the last one to go or the first one to go, or I don't know, like they're kind of by themselves with like a coach or something next to them or something, and everybody's cheering for them, so you know that they're like somebody, you know, important. But they're just like, they just kind of walk in like so I'm like, okay, whatever. I just do my job. I just stand to the side, and my job is to honestly make sure that the people don't get too rowdy, and like just kind of watch them and make sure that they don't I've had times where it has been crazier than others. Last night wasn't too bad, but there was a time where I have a barrier rope that I constantly have to, you know, open and close, but when the players come, it just stays closed. And so I don't know. The players would come in and like the barrier rope had opened somehow. It kept opening, and that was like a nightmare, but I don't know. Other thing I wanted to mention is I'm at that age where I'm around the same age as the players themselves. So it's kind of, it's just funny how I'm at the age where I'm around the same age as the players. Like literally I'm the same age as Dak Prescott, and like Dak Prescott is a multimillionaire. Like, you know, a lot of these football players are millionaires. And like, I know they're one of a kind people and they're not average people and stuff. But sometimes when I think about that, I'm like, these people are the same age as me. And, you know, they're millionaires and their lives are so much different than mine. And I try not to let that bother me. Like maybe perhaps I could have made it to the WNBA because I am actually quite tall and I am actually pretty good at basketball. But at the time, I was like, basketball is too masculine. Like, I don't want to. I want to be more of a model. When I really just didn't have a drive, I could have been a model too. I didn't have any drive or passion to do anything when I was really younger, and I didn't have that push to do something when I was at that prime age to really pursue something like that. So now that you know, at the age now, I'm like, oh, it would have been a good idea to get into sports or, you know, get into modeling. And I have the like, you know, like I have the push now, like the inner push. But like, it's kind of like the thing that holds me back the most is like, I'm like too old now, you know, I'm too old to pursue stuff like that. Even modeling, it's like, I'm too fat now. Like, I used to be super skinny and it's like, I don't want to